Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Great Malabite.
Good morning, Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning, Rufai.
Good morning.
Yes, that was a great interview from Chief Ebiseni, putting clarity to the Afenifere issues. I'm sure many Nigerians have been well enlightened about the goings on. No quarrel as such between two elder statesmen, Pa Fasonrati and Pa Ayo Adembajo. Now, let's start the review with this day. Nigeria's newspaper of record. Viewers rate Arise presidential town hall high. Says set agenda for candidates. Urges others to honor invitations to address public. Nigerians divided over performance of key presidential hopeful. Well, I won't attempt to start assessing the outing, but it was a good thing Nigerians had that opportunity provided by Arise News Channel with other stakeholders, media and civil society stakeholders to provide a platform for presidential candidates to come and interact with Nigerians, put their ideas before Nigerians. But again, not all showed up. And number of controversies already brewing as to why candidate A or candidate B was not available. Of course, the front page of this day, PDP Presidential Campaign Council attempting to give a reason why Tinubu is running from national debate. Well, the Tinubu Campaign Council came out with their own narrative as to why they were not at that debate, the town hall meeting. But the Vanguard newspaper is reporting that story 2023, why Tinubu won't attend debates. Keyamo, I won't attend debates where presidential candidates are absent. Obi lashes Tinubu Atiku for dodging town hall meeting. Tinubu Shetima afraid to face Nigeria, PDP Campaign Council. Yes, we urge all presidential candidates to make themselves available. The argument of Keyamo, in this case, a spokesperson for the Tinubu Campaign Council, the Presidential Council of the APC, that they cannot honor every invitation from every media organization. Well, sounds trite, if you ask me, because not only invitation from media organization that the Tinubu Asiwaju Bola Tinubu had not honored. He did not appear before the lawyers in conference, Nigerian Bar Association conference. He was invited. He did not appear at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. He did not appear. So it's not about media. So there's a pattern of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu avoiding. I don't want to use the word dodging. Avoiding this platform. Of course, it is also on record that the APC organized its own gathering of business, Nigerian business community, where Asiwaju also made his economic plans known. But it was quite significant that a number of the questions thrown at him were directed at either surrogates or persons who are part of his team. He did not take those questions personally. And think Nigerians are taking note. Nigerians should know who want to be their president and act accordingly. You cannot want to rule Nigerians as president, but you don't want to talk to them before the election. Rufai, you asked that question. If we cannot talk to them now,
no,
is it when they get to Aso Villa?
They will not talk to
Remember, we've been asking in this country that there should be the usual I think that was during the Obasanjo era, where you have the president interacting with the media periodically, and even Nigerians phoning to send in questions to hear from their president.
They will talk to you.
So, democratic culture demands that somebody who is running for an office should interact with the people. You don't just go to the soapbox of your supporters and just shout nothing. We've seen that in the past where promises were made by all manner of party members, and at the end of the day, we had string of denials here and there. So I want to urge the Bola Ahmed Tinubu Campaign Council to make their candidate available. It is not too late. Of course, I understand where Doyin Okukpe is coming from, the DG of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council is coming from, because Peter Obi has virtually made himself available to every invitation to sell his idea, to tell Nigerians what he wants to do. But a situation where he comes, others don't show up, and he sees vice presidential candidate, I can understand where Doyin Okukpe is coming from. But I want to urge the Peter Obi campaign not to give up. Continue to interact with Nigerians, because that is the way to go. Nigerians want to hear more of what you want to do for them. And other presidential candidates should please do same. Now, the Punch newspaper, 2023 election, INEC laments tough times. Flood overruns 20 INEC buildings. Chairman 6 new offices. Agency grapples with 600 cases in court. Wants new equipment. Now, the issue of cases, pre-election cases, pending in various courts is some headache for INEC, because in some cases they don't even know how many parties will be on the ballots until a day or two before election. Remember the case of Zamfara, the case of Rivers, where INEC had to print multiple ballot papers, one with certain parties on the ballot, one with those parties not on the ballot, and I think it's not making for good planning. But again, the costs are there for people to approach and aggrieved party members, because a number of these parties also don't adhere to the principle of internal democracy. So their members go to court to seek redress. But because we have to also deal with these matters expeditiously so that INEC can plan properly before the election. Now, the Daily Independent newspaper, CJN, wants 2023 election tribunal judges against recklessness. INEC chairman asked them to avoid giving conflicting judgments. Well, the judges will give the judgment they feel is the right judgment. Sometimes it can be conflicting. And of course, that's where you have the appellate court to resolve which is the authentic or position of the law, and maybe all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, the Guardian newspaper, 2023, G5 PDP governors not relenting in fight with Ayu Atiku. Autumn to hell with Atiku and anyone supporting him. Benue Road leading to Ayu's house named after Wike. Ayu shuns Benue PDP campaign flag off. Disregard Autumn's grandstanding. Benue will vote Atiku, says Chila. Wike cannot stop Atiku's victory. Rivers Group insists Wike should be kicked out of PDP. PDP demands probe on attack of Atiku supporters in Rivers. And of course, the New Telegraph has that report. Also, PDP crisis, Atiku Ayu boycott Goba campaign flag off in Benue as G5 governors inaugurate Autumn's project. Voting PDP in 2023 is life and death. Ikpeazu, Rivers, thugs attack Atiku supporters, pasting posters. We don't want to hear of this. And Governor Wike, as the chief security officer of Rivers State, must do the needful that supporters that don't agree with him are not attacked by thugs. If he cannot maintain law and order in that state, I'm sure higher authorities will have to do something, because we don't want violence in the runoff to this election. If you don't agree, you don't want to vote for
Well,
anybody,
Emmanuel Ofeni,
it's good enough.
We seem to have run out of time.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed.